Hi everyone, my name is Priya, and in today's video I'm going to be painting this carousel horse using watercolors and color pencils. Now when I'm starting this piece, I'm just bordering the entire page in my sketchbook with some washi tape just so that I have some clean edges around my painting, and then I'm going in with a graphite pencil and I'm just capturing the horse, because on this composition I wanted the horse to be the focal point, or the carousel horse to be the focal point, and you have a close-up of its face and the upper body a bit, but not the full body, and then the background will be out of focus and blurry, and the carousel horse will be standing out. So that was my aim for this particular piece. And I was using a reference photo where the colors of the carousel horse were very gold and metallic, but I wanted to keep it more neutral and natural, but then also retain the artificialness and shiny plastic of a carousel horse. So today I want to just mention a few things about using a reference photo. I am using a royalty-free reference photo, but when using a reference photo, not only is it a guide as to your subject matter and how it's interpreted, but it's also a guide into what to include and what not to include. Sometimes what may look good in a photograph may not look good as an artwork. So you need to decide as an artist and a creative what you feel you want to include in your reference photo or from your reference photo, and what you want to leave out when you're doing the actual artwork and interpreting the reference photo. I've done that with this piece. I've left out certain elements from the reference photo which I did not include, and I've also added elements which were not in the reference photo which I thought would be good for me to use in this piece. Also, I changed the colors of some of the background images as well as the horse itself. So being an artist, you have the ability to use your imagination and to use a reference as a guide, but at the same time just think of ideas that you think your piece would look better with having those specific elements. Not to say you cannot copy the reference as it is. If you'd like to copy the reference as it is, you can. You can use it completely as it is, or you can also sometimes just use your creative mind and change it according to what you think will look good for you, and where you can be a bit more creative with your intuition, and maybe change colors about or add different elements as you see fit. You can also use different reference photos. You don't have to use one. So for example, you could use a reference photo for the horse itself. You can use another reference photo for the background, and you can use another reference photo maybe for the colors of the horse. So it's entirely up to you how you use your reference photos and how you use them in your artwork. But like I said, it's entirely as you're an artist to decide. But sometimes certain elements may not look good if the image is, it may look good in photograph but not in artwork. So you would need to decide what you would like to include and what you wouldn't. Sometimes also it's good to have a less of the background. Like for this one, I didn't include everything in the background. If I did include all the other horses and everything, it would become too busy and you may lose focus from your focal point to the background. So I wanted to keep the background simple, so I kept it out of focus, not really clear with what's going on, but kept it where you can see that there is something. You can see the lights, you can see the poles, you can see the other horse, but very vaguely. It's not anything really detailed. The focal point is my horse. So yes, I used my reference photo for guidance on how to do the horse, and I did change some of the designs and the name on the side of the horse and the colors. Background also, I added some elements that were not there, and I also left out elements that were in the reference photo. So yeah, I did use one reference photo for this particular one, but as I said, you're free to use as many reference photos as you need, and for various reasons. For example, if you're doing a landscape within an animal in the foreground, you could use the animal from the foreground. You could use a reference maybe for the colors of the animal, one reference for the proportions of the animal and the structure of the body, and you could use maybe another reference for the background, and maybe another reference for the sky. So you can really play around and decide and use your mind's creativeness to choose how you would like to bring all of that together. Or you can just find a reference that you really enjoy and you really think looks good, and you want to interpret that as it is and basically paint what you see. So it's entirely up to you. But definitely with this piece, I enjoyed getting more creative and trying out different colors and changing the whole image to what I think I wanted the image to look like, and just choosing what to include and adding my own elements to this piece. It really made it feel more like something that I've created, not only with the reference but with some of my mind's creativeness as well, and that was really uplifting as an artist, and really helped me to tap into that creativity. So yeah, so I went over with the watercolors and I did the background, I did the base layers, and then I'm going in with color pencils and just really darkening up some of those details, getting those real dark areas in, as well as using some of the color pencil to bring out that saturated colors of the horse. I wanted the horse to be more neutral than be metallic as a reference photo, but then I also wanted to keep it to looking like a carousel horse. You'll see later I am going to come in with a white jelly roll and then just get all those shiny areas of the horse's entire face and body, and the pole as well. Adding the shadows and highlights also brings the image to life. It really darkens, like darkening the dark areas and lightening, keeping the areas light that need to be light, really helps to also tie in the piece and make it really look three-dimensional. And that's something that I also focused on when I was doing the pole behind the horse as well. But you can see I didn't put a lot of effort into the background. I just wanted the background to be just that, a background, and the focal point will be the horse, which is going to have all the detail and all the work and details and fine details will be on the horse. So you can see I'm just going in with the color pencil and really darkening up some of those areas, and also lightening up certain areas depending what I want to do, and also creating more saturation with the colors of the horse and the designs on the body of the carousel horse. And then I'm also working on the hair, keeping it a bit more of that tan neutral color, but then also keeping some of those shadow areas just to really make the horse pop. And that really ties in well when you start adding the white jelly roll. So now it's when I'm adding the jelly roll, and that's just to create those shiny areas of the plastic of the horse, because it is an artificial horse and I need to show that it is shiny and it is coated with it's made of plastic, whatever the carousel horse is made of, but it's not real, and I want to really bring that look of that shine of its body. And then also when it comes to the pole, I just added a lot of shadows, and also when I bring in the highlights there, it really makes that pole also look like it's shining and there's shiny areas on it. So that's basically what I just wanted to mention in this video, is that you can use reference photos as guidance, and also to unlock your creativity of your creative mind as an artist. So I guess that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, don't forget to like and share. Feel free to comment below, and don't forget to subscribe. Till the next one, bye.